saying hello, happy Saturday. I hope that you are all doing well. I figured I'd just quickly do a little bit of an update on my reading from yesterday. I made it to page 112 in Ancestral, and I've come to the realization that I don't want to read it anymore. The reason being, I think the writing is okay. It's not amazing. It's not something that definitely pulls me in. I also feel like the plot, personally, is just doing too much in such a short book, and we're kind of thrown in from the start of the book. We're thrown into the situation and we learn about the character and what she's up to and everything. Especially, like, I don't really read the synopses or like a synopsis of books before I read them. I kind of know what they're generally about and then just keep reading and then kind of see how the plot unfolds. It's just how I do my personal reading, and it works out really good for me, I think. I don't hate it that way. It just, I like it because sometimes there's spoilers in the synopsis or like minor spoilers, and I don't want to spoil myself just as I'm about to get into the book. Ancestral, I feel like it's doing way too much, and it doesn't have that background that it needs to be a great book. It's post-apocalyptic. It's set in South Africa in the Western Cape, but it's so close in years to where we currently are that it just seems very unbelievable. Like, the one character, he's a 12-year-old, very knowledgeable, and for me it's very difficult to see this like it's an estate or something of a kind where basically people, it's like its own community, and gangs have infested this community called Welcome Shade, and this kid who's 12 years old has finished his high school curriculum, has even done some university curriculums online, of course, and this is all set in, like, he learned all of this in this place that is supposed to be ridden with war and things like that amongst the gangs. And this kid built a drone that seems to be lasting hours upon hours upon hours, and per my knowledge, I mean, you're more than welcome to correct me, but if you're doing a small drone, which what I think it is, because it's supposed to be like a spy-like device that is really incognito kind of thing, then it doesn't have the battery life that is like hours upon hours, and it sure as hell doesn't have a ton of range. And this book makes it seem like he built it and it's just this incredible thing that can last for hours upon hours, has flashlights and things, and I just don't find it believable, especially because it's so set close in time. Like, it's set in 2027, and that's 7 years away almost. Actually, no, it's not. It's like 5 years away from now, and I cannot see that being a possibility as of yet with our current technology, and just the fact this kid built it himself from scraps and stuff. Battery life is a very big thing, and I don't think it's plausible, and that's what it's coming down to, is I don't think the book is plausible enough because we don't have that background. And when we're giving a piece of background, it's just kind of like, what? And for me, the main character, Clementine, in herself isn't too believable for me. The reason why I'm saying this is because she's ex-military, ex-cop, and she goes into the situation unprepared. Like, if you've been through wars and you've been trained your whole life basically to be this warrior, surely you should be equipped mentally to know that you need to go into a situation as prepared as possible, and she isn't. And you could bring that down to the fact that her son was kidnapped, which is like the reason why she's in this gang infested area. But I don't find it plausible that she would just leave behind her entire history of training because her son was kidnapped. I don't think so, especially if you're saying that she's a hard person, hard to know, hard to love, and all of that jazz. Like, if she's such a hard person, then surely you know she's not too in touch with her emotions. I don't know. I just don't find this book believable. I think it has potential. There's that. I just think it needs a lot more length, a lot more world building, and I think, per my knowledge, the writer has previously written graphic novels or something along those lines, or comic books or something like that, and the book reads like that, but it isn't. I don't know, it's not working for me. I'm gonna DNF that one. So the next book I'm reading is That's Not What Happened by Cody Keplinger. Cody Keplinger wrote The Duff, and this was a book that was released, I think, 2 years ago. Yeah, 2018 basically, so 3. It's basically about a school shooting, I believe, and I received this from Pam Macmillan, so I think I should read it. And it looks like it's going to be an easy read just because it's got a lot of like multimedia-esque kind of things, or like little segments and stuff that are like, you can see it in the pages. So I think I'm gonna read this for now. I'm gonna read it later on when I take it to my pet sitting, and I can hopefully make a really good chunk. It's quite a long book. It's like 360 pages, but because I'm pushing this forward, it means I have to plan a little bit more for this week, because I've discovered that I can read about 50 pages during my lunch break, which is not the best that I can, but it works because my lunch break is only like 45 minutes. It works for what I needed to do. I'm gonna plan a book that I can read during that period. But yeah, I'm gonna read this one for now. I'm hoping to actually finish it for the weekend and, you know, get a nice good head start on some stuff for October. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for now. Hi, hello, I'm quickly popping in for this vlog. I have finished listening to that audiobook. Amazing. We'll have it linked up once it comes available. Basically, I'm gonna try and edit that today. But oh my goodness, what a good book. That is my 20th book for the year, actually. I forgot that this book would count. And I loved it. At 4:05, I'm not entirely sure, I haven't gotten to working it out yet. I use Copal, as I mentioned. I'm just kind of still cleaning up a little bit, organizing some of the cupboards in my bedroom itself. They're a little bit more organized. I didn't organize a lot of them, but I emptied the one. I'm not sure what I would do with all that space. I really don't know, but I'm slowly cleaning up. I just wanted to have it a little bit neater, have my brain neater, have certain spots for certain things, that kind of situation. Currently just cleaning up my desk now, and I'm going to make my bed and probably get to some editing and stuff before I head off to my pet sitting. Well, I'll probably edit and read a bit more, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm making some more tea because I just had a cup and I really enjoyed it, so I want another one. The weather is just perfect for reading, and I'm so excited to read more and just enjoy it. And so I've just kind of been sat planning out thrilltober. I didn't exactly have a full-fledged plan written out. I just kind of had like a general idea of what I wanted to do and so on, but I'm starting to write it down. I'm doing something every 2 days instead of doing 2 posts of something every week. I feel like that's a bit more manageable. It's every second day, that way I can just, you know, have that breather if I need it. So far I'm on halfway through the month basically. I've also just imported a haul onto my laptop that I can edit whilst I'm pet sitting. I decided to scrap all of July's vlogs, so there's no more of my COVID vlog. I just decided it's just gonna be so much effort to edit that, but I'm gonna try and see through August, because I think I started my audiobook in August, just go through that content, and I'm just gonna do the videos that I'd filmed throughout there and edit that instead, and then focus on editing the September videos just so they can go up and all of that jazz. I'm about to just grab something to eat before I head off to my pet sitting, because that's gonna be pretty soon, and then I'm only gonna be back about 7 o'clock tonight. So it's gonna be a long day, but I'm hopefully going to accomplish a lot more than I expected, and hopefully I can jump into That's Not What Happened whilst I'm pet sitting. So that's the plan. So I'm currently in the process of reading That's Not What Happened by Cody Kaplinger. I'm only 50 pages in, and oh my goodness, this is definitely going to be an interesting read, but also a very emotional one. Like, reading it is like, it's really tough, and I can feel like the anxiety of the main character and everything. So I definitely think this is going to be a really great read, unless something weird and strange happens. I'm about to make some tea, but I figured I'll just talk about this quickly. I'm a good way in. I'm about 125 pages, 24 pages in right now, and I'm really enjoying this, in the sense that I find this so intriguing and important. There's a lot of representation within the book itself. I don't know how accurate that is. I am really enjoying this in comparison to like Ancestral. I switched this on without realizing how much noise it would make. But in terms of Ancestral, this book is so much better, not because it's not the same thing at all, it's not the same genre or anything along those lines, but the book itself just flows a lot better, and I can't wait to see what happens. And I didn't have that when I was reading Ancestral. I didn't have the, ooh, what's gonna happen next thing. I was just like, you know, but this one, I want to know what's gonna happen. I want to keep reading and reading. I'm hoping that I can finish it tonight, because that would be great. I'm absolutely really enjoying this. I think it's a great story. I didn't hear anything bad about this book. I will just need to double check that once I finish reading it. I'll just go through the reviews on Goodreads to see what the representation is when I give my overall thoughts, and kind of give you my rating for this as well as for Ancestral, because I'll probably need to use Copal for that. The internet is down at this house, so I don't want to really use my laptop / my phone at the moment. I'm really liking this, and I'm really hoping to read all of it today. Hi, so this is not the best of lighting, but I'm just here to talk about this book quickly. I'm about 204 pages in, over halfway pretty much, and I'm definitely finishing this tonight. I have 170-ish pages left. I'm just about to stop to have some dinner, and then I'm going to keep reading it, which means that I'll have not to start today but to start tomorrow another book, and I think I have an idea of what I'm going to read for it. But let's talk about this one first before we get too invested. I'm really liking this. I think I like the way the story is being told the most, because we've been told that something is not true, something about the shooting that happened 3 years prior to this book. The story's been twisted in a way, and we're kind of learning how it got twisted, why this person has been made a martyr, and everything along those lines, and it's just incredible. I've not been able to put this down for too long, and I'm definitely finishing it tonight. I cannot see it within myself to not keep reading it at all. Like, I cannot. So I'm hopefully gonna finish it tonight, and then I think if I do, I was planning, I think I mentioned it in the haul that I'll have linked up above, that I wanted to read the Unadoptables. This is not a thriller by any means, and I am technically preparing for thrilltober, but I've heard good things about it. It doesn't have mixed media, but it's got like some images in it. So I'll either read the Unadoptables, or I do want to throw in some kind of middle grade book, and then I might just pick up The Haunting of Eveline Jones by Phil Hicks. This was sent to me by Penguin Random House. This was gifted to me by a friend who works at Penguin. So this is kind of what I may be looking at for this coming week. I'm probably going to start off with a shorter book, just because, as I said, I am kind of hyper focused on mysteries / thrillers at the moment, and this fits the case, or fits the bill, or whatever the words are. So I want to read this after this, and I feel like I could finish this tomorrow if I pushed hard enough. I feel like I could do it. But yeah, definitely finishing this one tonight. 100%. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Good morning. I'm looking a bit rough because I literally just woke up. I went to bed really late last night, all because I played some Valorant with some friends of mine. I played some customs, but I wanted to give you a bit of an update because I didn't do that last night. I did finish That's Not What Happened by Cody Keplinger. I really like this one. Definitely think it's one worth reading. My guess for the rating, because I haven't done my cold pile yet, is a good high 4 or a 5-star. Might be the first one. I'm not too sure. I really did enjoy this one. I read it in a day, which I haven't done in a while, and it was really good. I really, really liked it. The next book that I'm going to pick up, is obviously The Haunting of Eveline Jones. A quick little read, that's what I'm expecting from this, nothing too much, but I'm hoping to enjoy it. Obviously middle grade and enjoyable, hoping to finish this today, if I'm being honest with you. So we'll see how that all goes. This is the plan. I'm meeting up with my boyfriend in a little bit at like 9-ish, just before 9. I'll probably leave my house at 8. We're going to go have breakfast, and then he's still got some uni work to do, so he'll be focusing on that, and then I'll be back at home reading, which is what I want. I'm really liking the fact that I have like this whole weekend to myself to read. It's been incredible. I have been really enjoying the fact that I can read as much as I want at the minute, and like I've found a groove, so I'm hoping that I can stick to it, is my hopes and dreams. But yeah, right now I need to go and update my core pile to get those ratings done. And then yeah, I'll probably read a little bit before I end up going to my boyfriend's, and that's basically the update I have for you right now. Probably gonna have breakfast, the works, you know how things work. And yeah, that's the update for now. Hi, hello. Obviously, I've already updated you this morning. I'm on my way to my boyfriend's now. I'm going to be taking this with me just because he does have some work to do, and whilst he's doing work, I don't want to just be sitting there and doing nothing. I did manage to start it. I'm on page 27. These chapters are freaking long. They're 26 pages basically. I've read one chapter and I was like, whoa. I mean, they're fine. I don't have any like issues. I think the writing is fine and everything, but a kid is not gonna sit for 26 pages to finish the first chapter of a book. Like that's a little intense. I'm hoping to take this, read it. There are not many chapters in this book. Let me just see. There's like 11 chapters in this entire book. Regardless of that, I'm really excited to keep reading this. I'm hoping to finish it today, so then maybe I can get going on the Unadoptables. I'll see how I feel about reading the Unadoptables. I think it's a cool thing, but I'm kind of in that like thriller mystery mood right now, so I think what I might just end up doing is just keep reading a bunch of them, in which case I don't know what I'm gonna read next, but I'll come and like scour the shelves when I'm back home a bit later. So yeah, that's kind of what's happening at the moment. I will chat to you a bit later. I think I have a book club meeting today. I can't remember if it's today or next week Sunday. And then I have to be in Rosebank, and I don't know if I'm going to make it, if I'm being honest. I don't know if I want to go, is what I'm trying to say, but we'll see how it all goes. But yeah. Hi, so I've just gotten back home from spending pretty much the morning and the day with my boyfriend. I finished The Haunting of Eveline Jones. I really like this. I think it's a really cool middle grade series that's like around ghost stories and stuff like that. So I think it will be 100% enjoyable by anyone who reads it. I haven't rated it yet, but I'll probably give all my ratings for the books I read this past week in the coming vlog. So check it out. I haven't worked it out yet, so I still have to do that. But I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. I don't think it's a 5-star, but probably a high 3-4. I think that, you know, considering the age group, I think that who it's directed at, those people will really enjoy it. I can't seem to find a flaw other than the chapters are a bit lengthy, but towards the end, once you're like in the pace of the book, the pages really fly by really quickly. So that's that. I read in the past week, I've read like 6 books, so that's intense, keeping in mind that I have DNF some. Overall, I'm not mad. I really enjoyed what I've read. Really enjoyable week. I'm gonna try and find a thriller or something like that I want to read. I don't think I'm going to read the Unadoptables, but you'll probably see what book I pick in next week's vlog, because I'm just packing my stuff, feeding the animals, and I'm heading back to my boyfriend's for the evening. I just have to think of what book to take with me. I think I have an idea, but I'll see what I end up choosing. Hi, hello, happy Monday. I'm feeling so motivated and it's beautiful. The reason being is last week I just read like 5 books, 5 whole books. Some I didn't enjoy, others I did. And I feel like the reading feels are back. And I'm going to start off with this week's update. I managed to read 109 pages of this, I believe. Yeah, 109 pages of Catherine House yesterday, which was Sunday, which means that I have about 200 pages left to read for the week. I plan to read at least 50 today. That's the plan for today. I've got quite a few things going on, such as I'm about to join a workout class in a little bit. I just need to feed the dogs and the cats before that happens, because it goes on until 6 o'clock. And then I am planning on uploading a whole video and editing some vlog videos and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited. Catherine House so far is weird. It is really, really weird. The purple sticky tabs that are in there are kind of moments that I think are important to the book, and I think would be cool to go back to if I get stuck on something or something along those lines. I feel like those are just really important scenes to the character and to the overall plot. I have no idea where this is going, but I'm creeped out, I'm weirded out, I don't know what's gonna happen, and I like it. The writing is really good. I don't know how I 100% feel about the plot overall, as in, am I in love with this book? I can't say that, because as I said, I'm confused, but I'm weirded out, but I'm also interested to see where it keeps going. So that's what I'm going to be reading this week. I do have the possibility of reading more, because it is a public holiday on Friday in South Africa, so that means that I can read a lot more than I originally planned, or something along those lines. But for now, my focus is going to be on Catherine House, and once this is done, I'll make a decision of what I want to read next, or I'll, whilst I'm organizing my shelves a bit later, because that's also what I'm planning on doing, I might just, whilst I'm scouring, decide, oh, let me pick this one up instead, because that's kind of what I'm doing at the moment, is just going with the feel of things. And yeah, that's basically the update I have for you. So I'm just quickly having some breakfast, and then I'll finish getting ready for work, basically. My brother locked the main door to the house, so I couldn't make coffee with the machine, so I made it with the brew spoon. And then I haven't read anything more of Catherine House. I ended up playing some games, and then kind of just chilling in bed for a little bit. Today I will definitely be reading again. I'm taking it with me to work to read over my lunch break. That's the plan, at least. I forgot to mention, which is something that I'm super excited about, is that I'm getting my iPad this weekend. I'm so excited because I wanted to do something for thrilltober on there, and now I can do it. So that's exciting. I also forgot to make a video live last night. I realize this now. But I will do it. I promise. But yeah, I can't wait. I don't have like concrete ideas, but I have like something that I want to try, give a go. I'm probably gonna buy the Procreate app just because that's what I want to use mostly. So we'll see how it goes. I've not drawn in years. I'm not the best drawer out there, but you know, we're gonna be trying. We're gonna be vibing. We're gonna be doing our best.